The very first thing I do during an oil change is I remove the oil fill cap and I open the window washer fluid for later so I remember everything I have to do. The next thing I do is position the hoist arms under the 4 pinch welds under the car. Then I can start lifting, but I only lift it a little bit off the ground and then I shake it to make sure that the car is steady, and then I can start lifting it all the way up. Once I am under the car, I can identify where the oil filter is and the drain plug is. Then I can position the oil catcher under the car. Then I can finally put my 17mm wrench on the drain plug and start loosening it counterclockwise. Then I remove the drain plug and let the oil drain. While that's happening, I usually set the tire pressures to around 36 psi. Then this car has a twist-on filter, so those are in the box in the parts room, along with gaskets for the drain plug. The metal gasket on the drain plug is used to seal higher temperature environments because of course the oil is high temperature. Then with the new gasket on the drain plug, I can place it back in the hole and tighten it up. You want to tighten it up till it's snug, and then once it's snug, give it a few more tugs. Now it's time to remove the oil filter. You use the tool and basically just get it on the oil filter, and once it's nice and tight on there, then you turn it. The most messiest part of this job is removing the oil filter because as you can see, all the oil is dripping out from it. Then I'm going to take some old oil and put it on the gasket of the new filter just so it has some oil on it. Then with a clean rag, I tighten it up as hard as I can by hand. Then any part under the car that has any oil residue on it, I spray with brake cleaner because this substance is very harsh and takes away any chance of residue sticking to the oil. As you can see, the oil cap says that this engine takes 5W20 oil, but the only oil that's close to this that we have in the dealership is 5W30, so that's what we fill this car with. To start off, I put 5.5 liters in the car. Then I wait a few minutes, and in these few minutes, I top off the windshield washer fluid in the car. Here you can see me resetting the car's service notification, as well as starting it so the oil has a chance to go through the engine, as well as fill up the oil filter, and removing the service sticker. Then you check the oil level with the dipstick. The first time you pull the dipstick out, you always wipe it, and then here you can see me on the second time, I pull it out to check the level, and it's about halfway in between the low and the full dots. And then I added about 0.3 of a liter more to the engine, and that brought it up to full. And then the final thing I had to do was write up the next oil change date. So it's about, you add 6,000 kilometers, and about 6 months, but I decided to give them 1 more month.